huge Guitar Hero fan. I have been for a long time, back to 2005, a very long time ago. And now, of course, we have the live action video in the background. Tell me about the challenge of getting the gameplay woven seamlessly into the live action video.
We changed the gameplay pretty significantly, and I'm sure there's going to be people out there freaking out, but it's really good fun to play, and we wanted to give you a new challenge. So I think, taking that leap to change the gameplay, that was a big deal. But then going from a game developer and then trying to learn how to make movies and turn a camera around, that was pretty cool as well. And we met some great people along the way. We've worked with some great people to get that done, and it's almost like we formed almost another family on this film set for several months while we put all that together. So yeah, I think that was a big challenge. And then 5 years ago, we didn't have so many connected consoles as we do now. It's like a very different place. So trying to come up with something in GHTV that really spoke to that space and it allowed people to, you're going to be able to go and change your music and play music differently. And so that was a big deal too.
Relax, man.
Guys, I need you on stage right now.
Let's do this!
You had to get into this idea of you want to tell a story, right? If you think about kind of the golden ratio in anything, it's this beautiful concept of starting and ending somewhere. So with each song, we just tried to tell a story on stage, but we let that story be led by the lead guitarist of the song. So, if you're into a rhythm section, we wanted you to be in a part of the stage that you might be seeing a bit of a rhythm section, you're interacting with the band a bit more. But then when you step up and you start to hit your solos, we wanted you to be at the front of the stage. We wanted you to be getting all that crowd reaction. And then if you think about it, you build all that for the positive, which is actually more straightforward because you just say to the crowd, right, go crazy, we just want you to be into it. But then when you want them to go into the negative, you're trying to tell a totally different story. So you're then actually really worrying about what the crowd are doing. We came up with this idea on set one day about how do we direct the crowd in the negative. And we said, well, look, if you've ever broken up with somebody, there's 3 stages of breaking up. There's kind of denial, and then there's sadness, and then there's anger. And we got the crowd to go through those stages through a song. So at the beginning, they were kind of in denial that you were getting it wrong. And they're like, dude, what are you doing? Come on, get this right. And then sort of halfway through, they're like, you're my favorite. Why are you doing this? And then at the end, they're like, what are you doing? And it's freaking out. So it was really interesting.
I think you're missing the 4th stage of a breakup, which is alcoholism.
Yeah, it's going to be PG rated, so we just had to cut that one.
They wanna get my nose on the ceiling.
Tell me, how did you shoot this incredible crowd display here that we're seeing? I mean, all the game is live action video. How did you guys shoot it?
So we used robot camera was the starting point. So a thing called a Mocom rig, which is like this giant robot arm that zooms around on the stage, and it kind of does the same move every single time. So that was the starting point. We went built these bands ourselves, so we auditioned band members and brought them in, and then we had between 200 and 400 people in the crowd for each one. And the robot camera, because it does the same thing every time, it means that we could do like a positive pass and a negative pass, and then we'd have green screen behind everything. And then we clear the band off stage, we do it all again, but we move the crowd back and move the crowd back. So the first 5,000 people are all real people. They're just the same 400 people in different outfits and move them around. And then a lot of CG.
Are you in this crowd somewhere, and can you show me where?
I am in the crowd somewhere in a couple of things. A few of us, quite a lot of us actually made some cameos in this, but you're gonna have to spot them when they're in, man. I'm not giving it away.